driving pretty well. She's holding in. RPMs are holding steady. Everything seems to be doing pretty good right now. The steering wheel, definitely there is no space between the, for my fingers, between the steering wheel and the wiper switches, but I don't know, we'll figure that out. There's also not a lot of room for my legs, but that's what happens when you put a 6-foot tall person inside one of these tiny little hatchbacks. Post-drive inspection. This is obviously not the first time that I drove it around the neighborhood. I've driven it around a couple of times, but it's definitely still, you know, an adventure every time you go out. There's an interesting smell, but I think it's just old car smell. This thing's in desperate need of a deep wash. I really wish I could get my hands on like one of those ice blasters, because man, it is nasty up under here. It would be a fantastic before and after, but those are crazy expensive. So anyways, while we're down here, I do see a couple of drops. Don't know if that's fresh oil or if that was from before. No, that's warm. So she's definitely, yeah, it's dripping right here. So kind of a concern I had is when I was reinstalling this pan last summer, I think it was, some of the bolts seemed stripped. So I don't think I have this thing fully down. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but I don't think it's fully sealed. So it's also really difficult to get anything in there to tighten these. I don't even know if you can see that, but down inside there, it's like impossible to tighten them. So I gotta try to figure out something for that. Otherwise, no other fluids or smells. Nothing else seems broken. Alright, so let's get in here into the interior a little bit. I do need to get the steering wheel straightened out. Thought I had that on straight, and when I drove it around, it's not. So, yeah, things we're looking at here is trying to get the blue maybe moved over to gray or black to match the black carpet. Got the seats in here, which I love. Got the red stripe. Same thing over here. The spot below the glove box is cracked, so it's held together by masking tape right now. So I need to solve that. Let's see. Big project is going to be making a headliner. I've got some really cool ideas. I'm really excited about that. Just need to figure out what parts I'm going to need, and I'm going to have to just make it up as I go because I can't seem to find a template anywhere online. All right, and in the back, no one's probably ever going to be able to sit back here, but these seats aren't an exact fit, so I need to figure out a way just to mount the bottom. But I know the fuel tank's under here, so I don't want to drill into that. So I'm going to eventually take a look and see, but I don't imagine anyone's ever really going to be back there. There's about 4 inches of space. So, but yeah, so back panels here. Then I'm going to need to figure out what I'm going to cover them with. And then I don't have all the hatch stuff on right now, but have a hatch cover that I need to get covered as well. And then, let's see. And then same thing, got some blue panels back here. I need to just get painted black or dark gray, something like that. And then cool red seat belts to match that stripe. And then coming down the front here, I did finally kind of take a look. You can see the radiator support here. We've got just a little bit of a space right there. But if we come over to this side, you can see almost a finger's width. So whatever happened here, this is all smashed up. So I'm hoping it's not too bad on the frame or anything, and we might be able to work around it. I'm seeing some holes. Oh no, that's just from the bolts and stuff. But yeah, so we'll get in there, get all that cleaned up. I eventually want to get a skinny bumper for the front here, cover up these holes. But yeah, the red and black paint came out pretty good. I want to touch up that a little bit, but got the red stripe going all the way around. And then let's see, body work to do. A couple dents in the hood that I want to get taken care of. They're just really obvious. And I did take the fenders off, put those back on. Still have some alignment issues, so I think once I get the front figured out with the radiator supports, then this will be the next thing to figure out. Also, passenger door, not in too bad a shape, except for up around here. I need to get this flattened out so this sits flush. This is really bent up. It looks like maybe someone used a screwdriver to pry it off or something. I did replace the bottom trim here on both sides, so that's pretty nice. Top is still terrible. It's like completely dried out. It's like sandpaper. And let's see, what else we got here? Same thing, just body work around. Same down here, just a couple of things. When I had the car towed out, the guy bumped into it and dented it a little bit, so just hit some paint on there just for now. Well, I did see some stuff online about using a buffer to clean up the windows a little bit, so I may go ahead and try that, because all the way around they're just kind of filthy. And then up along the top, same thing, just some paint touch up, and then same thing, a little gap right here. So there's some pieces inside that I need to get replaced if I can find them. I did see a cool way someone took glass or plexi or acrylic, whatever, and made like a moon roof. So instead of a retractable, it'll just pop up. So I may look into maybe doing something like that, but I really do love this. Really do love this sunroof here. It's pretty cool. And then this side looks real bad. You can see all the different paint marks and dirt and something got on here and just etched right into the paint. So that's gonna need to get sanded down to the metal, unfortunately. But and then you can see this side of the door fits a little bit better. I think I forgot to put a piece there, maybe. Yeah. So same thing along here, need to sand this down, get rid of that rust and paint it. And then put the antenna back in. A little bit of fender work here. I'm really hoping I can maybe get that bent out. It's worse under here, but more just concerned about the visual part here and getting that sanded down and flattened out. Same thing, just big old gap issues right now. Oh yeah, and this door is pretty bad. I'm gonna take it apart and see if there's anything I can do, but I don't know. You can kind of see maybe how warped in this is, but I don't know if I can push that out. I think it's right on like the frame of where the window goes down, so I may be looking for a new door. And then down here, we got a little bit of stuff to take care of along the base here. And then the pinch weld underneath is just destroyed. It's really rusty on the outside, and some of it's been bent up by misusing jacks over the years, or jack stands or whatever. And then what I'm really excited about is getting this black either buffed out or repainted, and then going through and taking care of these rims and getting this aluminum back up to being polished, because it looks really nice when it is. I do have a couple spacers that don't fit here that I want to add in. I don't know if you can see in the front there, but it's nice and flush. This has got a little bit of a gap that I'd like to get filled in. But yeah, the spacers are just a little bit incorrect in size. All right, and then under the hood. So I replaced the radiator, replaced the battery, replaced The coolant overflow tank. Master cylinder has been replaced. Still don't think that's fully functioning right, but we'll see. Let's see, plugs, wires, and rotors have been replaced. Oil has obviously been changed. New alternator. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, new hoses for the airlines, all the generic tubing. The hard plastic customized pieces or rubber stuff hasn't been changed yet, but we'll get to it. Oh, it's not tight. I need to get that snugged up. And then, yeah, right now, no air conditioner system because that was yanked out years back. So if I can get my hands on one, that'd be cool. It's really hot down here in Florida. Other than that, I started hitting this with a wire brush just to see. I think I might actually be able to clean this up a little bit if I want to put the time into it. I don't know. We'll see. I still have some Pacific Northwest leaves up in the rain tray here. And you can see the same thing here on this side. This one might be actually the worst of them. Have this curb rash all the way around. It's pretty nasty if you can see that. But yeah, get it all cleaned up. Hopefully these ones got new lugs on them. So I'm excited to get the spacers on the back because these are longer, and then these will be in the rear as well. Oh, great, and that's already started to peel. So these will get removed, and that'll have to get redone as well. I think I forgot to use alcohol or something when I did these. I did something stupid. I was just rushing. So yeah, we'll get to do it again. So love the blue dash, but now it's going kind of gray and black. We're gonna have to get that taken care of. But yeah, it's looking pretty good in here overall. The carpet and seats and floor mats definitely help, but I'm gonna look into some options to try to get this fixed somehow. There's a couple cracks up here as well, and then I think I'm gonna need to do something up there because you can see all the air vents are gone because there's no AC, and I don't know, for some reason they're all just missing. So good times. I'm excited to make a shift boot soon as well. I think it's going to match the material we use for the headliner. Oh, and I believe this is a air AC line or condenser line. Just tuck that up there and pretend like it's not there. And I got this back on up behind the steering wheel if it fits. Oh yeah, and I just remembered seeing the tint at the top here that I replaced the windshield and the windshield seal. And with that, I'm gonna call this the end of phase one. The Rabbit now starts consistently, it's driving well. There's definitely still plenty of things that need to be done. In fact, I have a whole whiteboard of a growing list of things to attack here in the future. But for now, I'm satisfied with where we are. So until next time,